Hey, what's up everybody? I'm J2Blay, and I just realized that I made a huge mistake. I totally forgot to plug in the capture cards for the two main screens because I am the dumb. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So we're going to see real quick if we can get that fixed. So let's go over to vMix here. Also, I'm not sure why that has that up, even though it doesn't show up here. That's interesting, why that's there. Let me see if I can figure out why that's there. It's over here on the overlay computer somehow. And it's just frozen there, so that's interesting. Maybe it's like that because it's not actually capturing, and it is just stuck from the last time I was doing it. So let's go double check that. I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit more. I think it's still a little bit loud. So I want to do a local desktop, and I think I want to do vMix and not display one. We'll find out. Is it gonna come back? Oh, nope, it's not coming back. Let's try it again. Let's try display one. There we go. That way it captures this as well. So now you can see that. So what I need to get going here is I need to get the captures for the HD60S and the HD60 Pro because I am the dumb. So let's go over to this view here so I can work on it. Let me pull, actually real quick, let me go back to vMix. Let's go ahead and pull these up as the HD60S and Pro and see if we can manage this without just absolutely breaking everything. Let's see here, HD60S. I feel like I might have labeled these wrong. And we don't want any audio from this, so let's grab that. And then the HD60 Pro, and then we'll go patch them in and see what breaks. Camera HD60 Pro. This is stuff I will edit out for the YouTube video. Okay, so the HD60 Pro is already working, so I don't need to worry about that. It's just the S. It's just the pain in the ass one that I have to worry about. So let's see here. How do I want to make sure I can show this, what I'm doing here? First things first. I need to pull up the NDI over on slobs. And then here in a bit we'll actually get to work. So I want to go to NDI desktop capture, and slobs display 1 is what I want. Although if I can tell it to just capture Google Chrome, that'd be great. Chatbot, Google Chrome. Let's just grab Google Chrome and see what that does. Is it actually gonna work? Hey, it did. So let's go take a look at that real quick. Let's go over to slobs and let's look at our list here. So the HD60S is input 17, and I need to bring that from audio GPU 2, so 19 goes to 17, although I'm actually going to be plugging it directly into the capture card. So it's more that I also need to get the output correct. So this 17 needs to go to 22. So 17 needs to go to 22. And we'll set this up to be an NDI capture instead of a hardware capture, which is a big bummer because I really don't want to do an NDI. I've had problems with it in the past, but for some reason it decided I should look like an idiot today. So we want to go to NDI desktop capture, and it should be display number 1. And there we go. Now we have it. It sees the NDI. I think though that I'm not going to get any mouse movement on that. I could be wrong about that, but let me boot it up. Also, the color doesn't seem quite right, but again, we will live with it for today. But now I should be able to go over to Audio PC 1, and you should be able to see the NDI capture. How's the movement look? Does it look okay? Yeah, the movement looks okay to me. So we're gonna live with it. So while we're here, let's go ahead and find, let's boot up Premiere because I know that's where I'm going. So I want to do Eric's social media. That's weird that it's not like in recent order, that it's in a, like, not a perfect recent order. That's strange. Okay. So this is the last one that I was working on here. So let's bring the editing one back up here. Boy, everything looks so much darker when I'm looking directly into the lights. That's something I'm going to have to be mindful of as I do color correction and probably double check some things. So I need to go find, I'm going to, oops, undo that. I'm going to duplicate one of these. Duplicate, and we're going to call this Inviscera, because that's the track that we're going to be working on. Let's go into our assembly mode here, because we have a lot to work with here. So let's rename this sequence Inviscera. And let's go ahead and open it up. I'm going to close no quarter, and we're going to get rid of all the media that exists inside of it. Clear. Oops, I didn't want to drop a marker. I'm just going to undo that. And let's clear the in and out points, which I should be making a button for that. I don't know why I don't have clear in out as a... Ooh, that was loud. I think I forgot to turn that down because I'm stupid. Where is that? I had that like way up because I was watching something. What's up, Turtle? How you doing? And yeah, you're not wrong. Waste of money. Where is that slobs alerts? Let's bring that way down because that's obnoxious. That scared the shit out of me. I'll fix that in post. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this backing music down for the moment now, just because I need to be able to think. So assets, let's get rid of the midnight assets, and let's go find our Inviscera assets. So I need to get the Inviscera video, which is going to be in music projects, dead code. What are you up to, Turtle? You got anything fun going on tonight? Or are you just kind of chilling? And then raw videos. So somewhere in here I have Inviscera, all the different ones. I got 5 different parts for Inviscera that we're going to have to put together. So let's drop all those in. Let it import my files. There we go. And then this time I'm going to go ahead and create another bin, new bin from selection. We'll call this videos. About to go and finish God of War. Ah, damn. You should go live anyways. That way I can pull up your stream and watch you play God of War. I'm going to try and be better about streaming regularly because I need to be better about streaming regularly. And then new bin, we'll call this audio. I don't really necessarily need a whole bin just for the audio, but I'm going to make one. So now I got to go find EP song session. Somewhere in here I should have mixes. Inviscera, previous versions, no. Recorded audio, no. Scratch tracks, no. Where did I put the mixes for this EP? Somewhere here I have mixes. Audio tests, maybe? Rough mixes, here we go. Inviscera. I'm just going to grab my most recent one. You got a rare window of opportunity? Nice. That way I can pull up the stream and we can see you going here. So I'm going to come over here and here you go. You ready? Let's go over to vmix. Dot turtle hermit. That way I can, oh, I forgot you have those underscores in your name. Turtle underscore hermit underscore. There we go. Now when you go live, I'll be able to see you. So fuck off. Looks like the 11th is the latest version of Inviscera. Let's give it a listen and see if it sounds the way I think it should. So far it sounds like it's got what it needs to. Should turn that back up actually. And turn it down here. So I don't think that it's quite its mastered version yet, but it'll work well enough, I think, for what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and pull in this Inviscera edits. I'm curious, can I rename this? Anyone else getting hard? Oh, I'm getting hard. Also, we're about to see your lovely face. You ready? You ready? I forgot I've been sitting over here in the wrong computer. That's on me. Audio PC 1. So we'll keep the existing settings, and look, once I get you rotated. I need to come over to effects tab. I really don't like that I have to separate that out. Like, I really don't have to, but just with the way I work, that is the perfect frame. I'm going to export this frame. Where's my button? I got to memorize these. Export frame. That's worth keeping. Eric face. That's gotta be saved. I'm gonna put this into the folder. Music projects, dead code, Eric social media, and we'll put this in 2021. I'm gonna create another one for photos. Actually, I should do underscore photos so that it's up at the top. Underscore photos. And we'll save it right there. Booyah. That's the best frame ever. I love it. Okay, so now we have this Inviscera stuff. I'm going to start by, I know somewhere here I have for Lumetri presets. I think I made my own presets here somewhere. I see Turtle going live. Presets, Eric, death and color, black and white. Can I just like drag and drop that right on there? There we go. Now we've got our death and color Lumetri preset that I don't really need to do too much with. I'm going to have to unmute this so I can figure out where in the hell we are in the track. Let's just bring it down a bunch. That's loud. So much noise. So much noise. So I need to pull up Chrome real fast so that I can go Raz Turtle. Let's go give him some shit. Turtle Hermit. I'm gonna keep it muted so we can't hear him, but do this so he at least gets the view. Hey there, fucker. We'll just leave this up over here so I can see it out the corner of my eye. And then let's come back over to the audio PC and we'll get some work done. Hey, it looks like you're dropping your guitar. That's a crazy looking frame. I'm going to export that one too, just because it's fun. Who knows, we might find some cool frames. Eric guitar drop. Okay, so now we have this in Viscera. Now I got to figure out where in the hell stuff actually starts happening. It looks like this is where our take begins, but we did a couple takes and I don't know. How much was like one take through and how much is... Okay, so it's up to there. So let's go ahead and drop in a cut here. I gotta force myself to like learn my buttons that I made here. It's about 8.5 minutes. If I can work backwards. Okay, I can't work backwards. I'm stupid. Let's add and edit. I'm just kind of separating them out right now so I can get a feel for where everything is. I see clicks, so... Because I don't feel like we got this right the first time. Oh. Also, I think later we started... Let me drop some more of these in here, because I think later we started adding in different lighting stuff, and I think it was with that exact same part. This one's clearly not the right one, so we're just going to drop that out entirely. Don't need it. Let's go to editing tab, if I could click the right thing, and set that to 90 degrees so that we can actually see it. And then same thing with the audio tab. I wish I could... I really dislike the way audio or video editors approach audio. It's very unintuitive in my opinion. Like, you can click on a clip or you can click on something, but it's only when your like marquee is over it that anything you do actually applies to it. It's very strange. Can't say that I care for it. And then let's go back to our presets. Eric social media. I've got the death and color one. Let's just drop that in. I don't remember if the death and color stuff, if I was adding anything else. I'm gonna have to look and see. Because I feel like this section.
Fuck.
Fuck. Let's go back to audio. These clips still feel loud to me. I still feel like I started messing around with lights for this section. Yeah, here we go. I can see. Was that the good one though? Was that the good? Let's drop in number 4 and find out if we were continuing to do that or not. I had scan lines on the previous one. Okay, I couldn't remember if I did or not. Doesn't mean we have to do it every single time. I was just trying to remember what it was that I did. And I guess I don't really necessarily need to drop all of these on here now, but I already know that this is my death and color looks, so. Oh God. I wish I could just tell him to auto import at the right volume. Why is that one not? Oh, okay. It was just being slow to update.
Oh, and now the whole thing crashed.
Okay, so that was when the lighting system crashed. I remember that. It's pronounced dick. It would be with you. That doesn't do what I thought it was going to do, but I don't hate it. I mean, I guess we're stuck with it now. It's not as much as I wanted. Is this the take? It looks like this is the take. Other least favorite thing about audio editors, I don't think I can edit while it's playing back, or video editors that is. Oh, I can. You remember a detail about it? Okay. And then I think that you redid this part in the next thing. I keep thinking that hazer is going off here in the room, and I'm like, I didn't turn that thing on. Keeps fucking with me. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out where you stopped playing here. Oh yeah, that's why we stopped. The computer glitched. Okay. So now we have our different clips. Now we need to get the last part in here. So that one's 4. Need to get into number 5 here, and we're just gonna pull that down a bunch. Rotate it about. Get me into my effects pane. Let's go ahead and just throw in our death and color. That way I know where it is. Okay. So now we have our basic assembly, I think. So now we can come back into just assembly mode so I can actually look at things. All in beautiful 24 FPS. I wish I could use 24 FPS for my stream, for my music stream. It's so much more beautifuler. All right, so let's just, for now, shrink up that audio, and we're going to drop in the actual Inviscera audio. So now we just got to figure out where things go. So I'm pretty sure we started...
1 sec. That was a 4 count.
So that was my first fuck up.
Other one? That's your tech marker?
I'm just letting myself... Okay. I'm pretty sure that this is the spot right here. So we can go ahead and add an edit. Get rid of all that shit. And just booyah. It still seems long. So I think that start moment should be right here. Oh. Yep, it should be right there. So now let's see if I can get this actually big enough to see what the fuck I'm doing. Increase audio track height. I need to put this into audio time units. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get this bad boy to sync up. And it looks like this click right here is going to be super helpful for me to drop this in. Feels like it's just a tiny bit off. Just the smallest little nugget. Oh, I wish it would reset my playhead. I think that we want that click to be like right at the pop. Maybe put it like right there. Let's try that out and see how that sounds. Okay. Now I just gotta watch through, because this take seems super long, like we cut it somewhere. I'm super confused. That doesn't seem right. Maybe it came in, looking at it, maybe it came in later. Let me find where because there should be a moment where it does this part of the music. Did we even do that? I'm confused. Oh, shoot. Did we like change the arrangement of this and I'm forgetting about it? No, okay. I understand now. I see it. This beginning is all the way back here. I understand it now. It goes here. This intro is just longer than I thought it was. You write long music, you dick. But I see it now. We don't need the whole intro for a video. Well, I figure what I'm going to do here is I'm going to like render out a video. And I think I can probably tell it where to, I'm hoping I can tell it where to start my time code. And I'll just put a time code in there and you can tell me where to make the cuts. I'm just going to make one continuous thing and you can give me time code of where to make the cuts. That's going to be the quickest way to do this. Because you'll know where you want it to be for your fancy, whatever it's called, social media. That thing that I should do that I don't. Come on. Move, move, move. Not that much. Boy, I really wish I could like nudge this a little bit more. Like, I hate that it doesn't draw the, like, it feels like I'm moving at a ton, but it's not going anywhere. It tells me it's going somewhere, but then it doesn't go unless I push it too far. So hopefully that's close enough. Wow, that's lagging super hard for some reason. that's up to you whether or not we end up doing the, also I'm gonna, real quick, I'm gonna come over to the audio tab and I'm gonna turn this down because it doesn't need to be like mastered audio loud for Instagram. I don't know, I think keeping some of this in the video is cool. I should have dropped lights there. I wasn't thinking about running lights at this point, but it would have been really cool if I'd dropped lights for those moments where it gets quiet. These are kind of long videos for one consistent video, though. Okay, so all this is looking pretty good. I just got to figure out where the drop off is. I think it's going to be during the clean part because you didn't really know how you had played certain parts. So now I just got to figure out where this drops back in. So let's unmute that.
Cut that out.
Yep, yeah, see?
Is the last one.
So I just got to figure out where. So I think this is the take that doesn't have anything usable in it. So this is Inviscera 1. Same as the other, I just cut it in half. Okay, cool. So let's just bring this back and find where that final take was. Because that's we're not there yet.
Let's try it.
Is this the same clip up ahead here? Was that whole second take just useless? Yep, I think so. I think take 3 was just me making lots of fuck ups in the lighting, so let's cut it. So that should drop in like right there. I wish this was a little bit. Oh, well, that wasn't it, was it? You stopped.
How it works. All right.
So that's my drop in. Okay, I understand now. Slowly, 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 but surely. And then all of 3 dudes are going to watch this video and only comment on how big your arms are. Because apparently, that's what dudes do.
Oh, shit.
I'm just going to cut that right there. That's still moving by frames, which is what I would want. I'll just go ahead and chop that full. I don't think you stopped. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put like a gap there so I know that that's there. Those light hits aren't as dramatic as I was hoping for, but I'm not mad about it. It's okay. So it's just me, or did it feel like it hesitated there? Forgot how much noise we put in this recording. At least it seems like you consistently are playing what's in the left guitar, not the right. Except for these moments where your center guitar for sure. a little bit off the lights yet. The button has like a delay in it, which is also like inconsistent. Like sometimes I feel like it takes longer than others to react when I hit the button, and it's very frustrating. I guess it is going over my network, so I can't be complaining too much if there's a tiny bit of hiccup. Going through my network and then through a merge box to get into, you know, a lighting rig. It's actually kind of impressive it even works. I'm not happy with that, and obviously when I do it programmed, I have a delay shifter that shifts it back in time, but that's hard to account for doing it live. Now something tells me that we played that part again here. Oh, we did the whole clean part all the way through. So that tells me I think that we should probably keep that. Now we gotta try and find where that happens. And the easiest thing to line up here is going to be the drop. Because I can just do it like this. Isn't this fun? Me editing all your shit in front of everybody so they can see all of our fuck-ups and failures. I'm sure that's what you wanted. It'd be even better if I was playing all the parts where you said horrible. Actually, I should be careful about that, shouldn't I? It's very possible you could say terrible things that I shouldn't allow to be heard on stream. I need to remember to be really, really careful. I forgot this is you. Can I go back a frame? I wonder if you can notice the change. I mean, obviously that cut's super weird, but we'll probably cut two separate I mean, that's a very obvious cut point for the videos, I think. Speaking of, I'm going to use this as my marker. So let's drop in some markers. Let's, okay, so let's get out of editing and let's get into assembly, which I feel like for assembly, I should be able to see my markers down here. I think that makes more sense. I don't know that I need it to be that big of a view, but I should be able to see my markers down here. So let's add a marker. And we'll call this video in. Eventually I'll want to set more markers for all the different if we're doing stuff. So one second, I need to respond to something. Gotta go pick up my sister after work. Okay, so we have a marker here for when we drop in. We can go back to frame view now, I think. I don't want to move the music. I want to drop this. I want to move this marker over one, but it doesn't look like that's what it's going to do. So, can I just move it over by a frame? Oh, okay, I see. I'm more than a frame distance away here from where I initially dropped it. Whatever, it's fine. That's fine. So let's drop another marker in right here. Add marker, we'll call this video 2 in. Video 2 in. Eventually I'll need more of these, but video 1 in. But this will work for now, so I can just get a basic feel for where I need to be. And that should actually be video 4. Just to keep things consistent. And then this should be... right here. We'll drop in another marker. Add marker, and this is video 5 in. So now the boring part, we're going to watch all the way through it. So let's go back to... I don't want to... Oh, man. Where's my buttons for which marker I'm on? Previous. Did I really not make a previous and next marker? Oh, I did. I'm just stupid. So let's watch through this and see if there's any major problems. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Windows knob and just turn it down a little bit. What I'm looking for here is just overall sync issues, making sure everything looks good, sounds good, nothing super weird. I'm also contemplating making a vignette for this so that the corners have a little bit more framing to them. I'll mess with that once we're done watching this. This is all much harder on guitar than he makes it look like it is. Make the video tracks bigger and resize this because I don't need so much. We'll watch through this and see how it goes. And then once Matt's done, repost profit. I feel like, I don't know, are you ever gonna like post full band stuff on your Instagram, or are you gonna have a separate, do you have like a Death in Color Instagram that you'll do the full band shit? Because I think it'd be kind of cool if you had like the full band going. Also, hopefully the video doesn't look super bad on stream. I just thought about the fact that I'm streaming at 24 FPS or 2997 and this video's in 24, so it may be, the frames might be lagging in a weird way on the Twitch stream. They look buttery nice in here. Oh, you'll post the full band stuff. Gotcha. Yeah, so if there's any weird frame lag every couple seconds, that's from the having to throw away a frame every now, or a partial frame every little bit. But it doesn't look like that here. Now I just got to decide if I want to throw in the VHS, the scanline damage thing. That one I'll kind of leave up to you. Like, is it too repetitive to use it all the time like that? I feel like it kind of is. To always have them going, especially if we're gonna, because we're probably gonna end up with like 7 videos out of this maybe. So far we still look good. I almost kind of wish we'd have darkened the, I do what I want. I do what I want. I kind of wish we'd have darkened the background a little bit. You can see the, if you look up in the corners, it's probably not as apparent to you since you don't have as big of a program monitor as me, but you can see the banding going through the top right corner. I don't know how I can really show you that very well. Maybe if I go to number 2, if you look up in the top right corner there, you can kind of see that banding moving across where the hotspot is. I don't know how to fix that other than, I kind of thought 24 FPS might fix it, but I'm sad that it didn't. So I don't quite have a good solution for that yet. It would have been cool too if I'd have had something to drop the background lighting. Because I mean, I had like the blackout button. I could have just hit the blackout button for right here. Boom, boom, blackout. Boom. But getting the timing on that perfect would have been pretty tough. I guess I could have just sent a MIDI note and not had to play it myself. But, c'est la vie. Yeah, I mean, the banding is kind of cool looking in the sense that, like, it looks on purpose, sort of. But if you know that it's not, then it's kind of like, oops. Oh, okay. I saw that little frame drop and I forgot that that's like right where the new take comes in. So let me make sure that real quick before we finish up, let me make sure that that's the frame that I want that to come in on. Okay, so I got a couple frames to play with there. I'm just going to close that gap because it's ugly looking. Because we're probably going to start the video right here. And I like that we have the background a little bit darker. I wish those hits would have been timed a little bit better. I should have just rushed them since I know it tends to hesitate. I was trying to listen to the click and get dead on the beat, but there's always a slight delay to when the controller kicks off. I should have rushed it. Oh well, you can blame me. I really want this to be one solid video though, because I want the light changes to show in real time, but no one's ever going to watch it as a full length. We really should start setting up a second camera and filming this in 16:9 as well, so we could make a YouTube post out of the same thing. So we could do like full length YouTube videos. It's a lot of work to set up another camera and do 2 edits though. So far, still looking good. I wish I'd have done something with lighting here too, but oh well. Can't overdo it, I guess. I mean, you could, but you probably shouldn't. Get that build up going. It all sounds so... Oh, did I do a blackout drop there? Did that hit? Okay. I think I was late. No, it was okay. Oh, I was late hitting the blackout. But we can cut that as a video right there, and what we can do is we can start the next video in a black frame. And have like that pop in when the video opens. Maybe we'll just cut the video and I guess I could just send you a fully edited version and just let you make the cuts wherever you want to make them. That might be the easiest for this. I could just export a higher resolution. Well, it's already a pretty high-res MP4. I don't know if we would want to try and do an uncompressed file, because that would be fucking monstrous. We'll figure it out, though. I'd love to figure out how to get the video to be a little bit less noisy, but I am really glad that the haze filled in for this last section. Because I don't think we planned that, it just kind of happened. Which is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna maybe throw in this thing. Let's find out if it looks good or not. It might be overdoing. Actually, you know what? That's not what I want to do. I want to... come into my storage, and it should be in JDuble stream production, I think, is where I put this stuff. Video assets. And I go to the 4E stuff, vintage film assets, I think. Old school scratched. Let's bring this down. I don't think this is it. Why are you being like this? What are you doing, Windows? Okay, there we go. So I need to find the right one. I think it's this one, actually. I want to say it's this one. But it might have been this one. Could possibly be this one. So let's just bring both those in. So we'll drop that into our assets here. Even though it's technically video, I'm just going to drop it into assets. So let's try this one first. And I don't want to keep the audio track. Ugh, man, I hate video editors with a passion. Unlink those and get rid of that. Just like the way they handle their tracks is just, it's just gross. I mean, I guess I really don't know necessarily what would be better, but I feel like there's got to be something. Oh, right. I'm going to have to like duplicate and copy this around. I can't just do the thing. So let's go over to editing. And rotate it 90 degrees. And then I want to, I got to remember where this is all at here. Blend mode, there we go. I don't think this is what I used before, but it might be. It just may not look like it because of the, no, that's definitely not right. I can't just screen it. Definitely not color dodge. Overlay's not right unless I scaled it up a little bit, and maybe that's what I did. Maybe I did like a darken. What does that look like when I take it away? No, that's still like affecting my color, which I don't want. Multiply doesn't work. Oh no, I turned the eye off. I don't think this is the right video because screening, color dodge, none of this seems to be quite right. I could. Let's go ahead and remove this. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to save this and open up the other one and take a look and see, because that'll be quicker and easier. Was it the first one we did dead code stuff? I think it was. I don't know that we really did a lot of dead code. Or, sorry, death in color. I'm never going to remember that. I'm going to call it dead code forever. Whitevintage.mp4 is what it is. Oh, wow. And that adds that cool blowout, which I think could end up looking kind of cool. So whitevintage.mp4 is what I'm looking for. Close project. Let's get back in here. Dick. I'm not going to call it Dick. Let's get back into assembly. Pull up my assets. I'm going to get rid of these two because I know I don't need them. And whitevintage.mp4 is what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to end up moving files around and fuck everything up. Very cool. Very cool. Let's go back into my editing and rotate that about. Perfect. And then I think I want it to... I don't think darken is what I want, actually. I think what I want is multiply. Even that doesn't give the blowout. I should have looked at what mode I had it in. Well, it's definitely not lighten. And it's definitely not screen. So somewhere in here. Or I must have had it in overlay because it gives it that kind of cool blowout look. So I feel like it must have been that. Which I don't know if we really want so much this time. What if I put it at like 50% opacity? then I don't get quite so much blowout, but I still get all of the kind of effecty stuff. If I do it like 30%, do I still get... It might be a bit repetitive to have the whole time. I feel like on this long of a set of videos, it's just going to be repetitive. So I'm not going to do it. However, I am going to throw in this black video and just do it for the entirety. Go for the duration here. And then let's go over to effects. Yeah, I'm making the vignette right now. So we'll drop a circle effect on this. And actually, you know what? I don't even need the black video necessarily, but I just need the circle effect. So we're going to do a black circle. And we're going to invert it. Give ourselves a little peephole here. And I think what I'm going to do is kind of... Oops. Let's raise up the center of it just a little. Since you're a little bit off center frame, I'm going to try and match you a little bit. And then we'll do, where's the feather? Grab the feather and do a lot of feathering. And that still may not be enough. I still may need to increase the radius a bit because I feel like I'm still losing a tiny bit of light on your face. Increase the radius. That should still give me a little bit of vignetting. I don't know. There's probably a better way to vignette in this program, but I haven't found it yet. So let's feather that out and get something kind of like that right there, I think. I think just the vignetting kind of does the job for us here. That's all I really want. Just something to frame you up a little bit. I think that looks nice. Trying to decide if it needs anything else or not. I don't really think it does. I think that's pretty good. Man, I really want to add some kind of like vintage. Oh, really? There's a vignette in Lumetri? I didn't... Well, oh, so the reason I didn't do that is because I'm doing it with an adjustment layer. If I do it on the Lumetri color panel, it has to be on the clip itself. You can't do that on an adjustment layer. And so if I do that, then if I decide to make changes, I have to go to every single clip and change it. I think the reason I started doing it with these adjustment layers is so I can just throw it over the top and walk away, especially in these... multi-clip ones. I don't think the vignette's gonna end up looking any different, so I think I'm gonna try it though. I'm gonna see if I just throw on a generic adjustment layer and go to Lumetri. If I do a vignette, will it work? Oh, it totally works. I'm 100% wrong about this. Hello. Well then, don't I feel sheepish? And it's a much better looking vignette too. I think in this particular instance, we're just going to leave the midpoint at 50 because it looks pretty good. And I think overall it looks good. Well, I'm glad you looked that up because I would have just kept doing it wrong. There we go. It's funny because I looked that up the other day and did not find that. I really probably should have looked a little harder. I'm curious if I should boost the scopes. I feel like are telling me that I need to boost the exposure, but every time I do that, I end up regretting it. I have it boosted up by 0.3 across the board. I don't know how that happened. But I think that it's good. I don't think I need to boost the exposure any more than that. That's weird that like the shadows and the whites and everything are all are all up, because I don't remember doing that. Very strange. And it's got an input log, or an input LUT. I don't remember doing any of that. Oh, it's it's part of the Death and Color preset that I made. That's right. I remember now. It's because I threw this Death and Color black and white preset on. Don't mind me. I'm dumb. When I started hitting, I'm curious what the light or the histogram does during these hits. It freaks out with the... You can see the white point jump up quite a lot. You get some blowout too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, reading scopes is going to be like next to impossible for working on normal lighting stuff. I think it's decently balanced. Interesting. Set that back to normal. I gotta learn how to read those a little bit better. I'm glad you were here to catch that vignette thing, Eric. Which, by the way, I should have mentioned sirgitfidl is the asshole playing guitar here. Okay, I think this one's done. I'm going to export it so you can make the cut points. I wish that there was a way to throw time code on here to set this as the 0. What do you think? Is it going to be easier for me to just send you the whole thing and you to make the cuts where you want them? Or is it going to be easier for you to send me time code back? I don't know if you're even still here. Or is it going to be easier for you to send me time code back and tell me, like, I need to have this time code? Okay. In that case, I think the way I can do this is with a time code and just drop that on an adjustment layer. Does that work? Size. Apparently that doesn't... Oh, you have to unmute it. Stupid ass. So now we got time code down there. That should be rolling anytime the video is rolling. I'm just gonna pull it back a little bit just to be safe. Okay. That's interesting that the time code doesn't keep rolling right here. It only rolls when the video's there and then it drops off. Interesting. Oh, because it doesn't have anything to adjust over. I guess that makes sense. I'm going to bring that timecode size up a little bit. No point in struggling to try and read it. And so, let's see here. I don't want time display to be 60. I want it to be 24. Right? I'm going to bring this back just in case, because we'll make our... If you want to give me your in and out, so the way the time code should work for you now is if I move by frames, the time code is going to be by hours, minutes, seconds, frames. So you'll see when it hits 24, it's not 60 seconds. Once it hits 24, 23, next frame or next second. So you got hours, minutes, seconds, frames, so you can freeze it on the frame that you want and let me know to the frame where you want your in and out points to be. I should have thought of this to hand you for the other ones. Okay, so now we got time code. Let's go back to our assembly. I don't know why I went to assembly. It was totally unnecessary. Okay, so I'll just drop it right here. Let's mark in. Go to the last frame here and mark out. Mark out. Okay. And now we're going to go watch Turtle stream a little bit while I wait for this to export, because this is going to take a minute. So we're going to call this, I'm not going to put it in finals. I'm going to put it in _temp. We're going to call this Inviscera time code. And then I should bring down this quality of this because this is just monstrously big. I should save this preset though. We're gonna call this Insta Edits, and now I'm gonna change it because there is absolutely no reason we need to export the highest quality for Eric to tell me where he wants this stuff cut. I don't think you want a 0.5 GB file for this, do you? We'll just do CBR, and I'll do a bitrate of like 5. It cuts the file size in half. We'll do it 4. Use hardware encoding. Okay. Don't use maximum render. No, we'll use that. It doesn't seem to change the size. I mean, I guess it is an 8-minute video, so it's going to be pretty big no matter what I do. But we're only 4 megabits per second, which honestly, it doesn't even need to be that. It can be like 2.5. 2.5 is like normal stream quality. So there's no reason to go any higher than that. Oops, wrong one. This one. We just finished exporting. I don't know what this is. Oh, yeah. Hold on, I've got to show everybody that because that's funny. Slobs. Yeah, that is the... You are pulling off that look of superiority, aren't you? It's pretty much perfect. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, you son of a bitch. That's pretty good. Okay. So let's bring up the drive. Eric guitar. I'm gonna drop this one. I'm gonna create a folder. New folder. We're gonna call this edits. That way, actually, you know, I'm going to call it time code because we'll probably end up doing this more than once. We'll just call this time code. And I'm going to put it in there. Let's go back to Doom. Yeah, account removed. I'm going to ban you now. I think it's only right that I ban you now. Music projects, dead code. 21, and then we have temp, and that's going to go into the time code. Did that actually work? Is it uploading? There we go. So that's uploading now. So now let's go back into Premiere and let's take a look at our timeline that's all done here. And then once Eric gets me edits back, we'll go ahead and cut that up. If you want to start doing that now, Eric, I can get that done. I'm probably going to be streaming for another hour-ish. That's up to you. If you have time now, go ahead. Otherwise, don't. And I will do it later. So what else did we have that we needed to work on? I need to see what else is even in the folder here. How big is it? It's not very big. It's only... I think I got it down to like 150 megabytes or something like that. Does this not have like a properties to tell me how big it is? That's annoying. I'll just pull it up in here. Temp. It is 166 megabytes, so not very big. I don't know if you're using your phone. I'm guessing that that's why you're asking. Okay, raw video. So I did Midnight. I did No Quarter. I need to do Transylvania, and I need to do Magna Centipede. Those are the two that I really, really don't want to do. So which one first? Let's do Magna Centipede first, just because it's a little bit more fun, I guess. So let's go do the horrible thing. Let's close out Premiere. And open Reaper and watch how much it's going to die on us. And hopefully when I boot up the project, it doesn't just tank my lights. It very well might tank my lights though, which if it does, I can fix it, but it seems likely that it might do that. It's It's going to take a moment to load this up. I'm going to try and be good about getting on here to stream this process so everyone can watch Eric's guitar playing all the time. We all love it so. I'm still using bias for acoustic stuff. I thought it was good, and I think I might get rid of it in favor of Amplitude 3 because bias has been nothing but a pain in my ass. I don't necessarily like using Amplitude for acoustic stuff. I don't know that it does it very well, but bias is just such a dick. Come on, load, you bitch. Oh yeah, I need to, we need to go over to the vMix computer, which is actually going to end up being the plug-in tank computer. Once I log into it, I need to remote into this computer, and we need to pull up Magna Centipede. And I think Magna Centipede has a contact patch too. Magna Centipede, yes. Okay. So we got those up now. Let's come back over here. We need to come up to PC number 2. This is Omnisphere. We need to go to 3 buffers and connect it to Omnisphere. Go to 3 buffers and connect it to Contact. Those should be working now. Did my lights drop? They did not. Okay. And then I need to make sure to pull aux 1 down because it's going to be loud. And let's see here. So let's go to Magna Centipede. We might have some mixing that we need to do, and I don't know that I'm going to do all of that right now. I may just get like a decent rough mix going, but let's at least listen to Eric's guitar part and see how it sounds. Have any delays happening at all? Not as much as I feel like we should. So let's see here. Let's what is this, gain 2? Do we have the boost on? I think that makes more sense to do than to change the gain setting here. Leave the gain where it is and let's kick the boost on. Oh wait, I have it turned on for the solo. I don't feel like that changed it that much. But it's probably a good thing to have. Oh, and it looks like we're going to go to channel 3 for the solo. Okay, so if I crank up the... And then let's make sure my delays are getting fed into a reverb here too, because that stereo delay will sound a lot cooler if... Oh, and apparently I'm doing some space delay. It must just be just during the solo that the space delay is happening. So that may be a little bit too much on the delays. We're gonna pull that space delay back a little bit. I'm gonna clean up those automation points a little bit. We're gonna pull that space delay back. What does it do when I pull that up a bit? And I totally forgot to do what I came down here to do, which was the precision delay. And make sure that's getting fed back into the reverb. We want that. We want those delays to have a more wet than dry kind of sound. I also want to check that solo out because it sure sounds like once we get into channel 3 that it needs some more gain. So, level 3, where's gain 3? Gain 3. Yeah, let's bring gain 3 up. And make sure my boost is still on, so let's take a look at where we're at here. Level 3's up, gain 3's up, we're boosted, and power soak the hell, so... You're gonna have to watch out when you're playing this, because it's gonna be fucking feedback city, but... Definitely too quiet. Let's go double check our output level at the end stage, though. So our output is less than minus 20 left, so that's where I would want it to be. One thing I'm curious about, though, which they feel like they're about the same. Yeah, I don't feel like I hear any volume difference between the two takes. I don't know if I prefer your old take to your new take for long term. I definitely feel like the rhythm guitars are a bit hot here. And then your guitar needs to come up. Also, is this Brandon playing bass or is this my old take? This is definitely Brandon's bass. I'm not happy with the tone of that at all, but this is gonna sound weird, but I might try doing a send to the yeah, we need to redo this bass. Not the effect sends, I need bass. I want to go to the dark glass. Oh, and you know what I want to... See, this is where I start getting into trouble, because I start doing this shit, and now it's going to be one more envelope that... one more envelope that's causing slowdown in my system. And the dark glass must be volume automated out at the moment. And then what preset are we running on the dark glass right now? Basic gain, which is all I really have at this point, but so what does that sound by itself? I think I want to do a new preset for the dark glass. So I need to make a new one here, and that means I'm gonna have to go edit my deal over here, but that's okay. So let's save preset as one more gain. Call this more gain because I just want to add some drive to this bass. So let's crank up the drive. I'm in playback, but I gotta wait for the bass to actually hit. I need to kill the preset switch for the moment. Excuse me. Let's mix that gain in. Something like that, I think. Okay, so real quick, we need to go and pull up. Let's see if I can find where it all is. If I can remember, streaming, JDBlay, live session, and then I need to go to automation, Rhea Banks, and it should be the dark glass base. Let's edit that with Notepad++. Come up to plus and add one more gain. All right. No, I don't want to upload or download the update package. Let's come back here. So now that we updated that, what we would want to do is pull this back up, the dark glass preset deal. And I have to go and like load a different file and then reload this. And now I should have more gain as a preset. And I should be able to hopefully get tight enough here. More gain should be my preset. So now if I turn this back on, pull up the dark glass pedal. If I jump over here, it should switch to basic. If I jump over here, it should switch to the right one for Magnet Centipede. Cool, it works, hooray. Easy. Just adding that little touch of grind adds so much to the bass track. I feel like these are not as wide as I want them to be. Oh, I don't want to put an imager on this. I should go and just re-render these out with an imager on them. Because I don't think I went super wide. What does it sound like with an imager on there? I should just make an imager that I can send to. That would make a lot of sense. Imager, it's an S1, not a C1. Nah, I definitely have to go pan him differently in the original. I'm not going to worry about that for now. What if I send it to the diesel? What is this? Acoustic sim? Okay. Sounds real good. Real good. Do I not have any other presets for the diesel yet? I don't really have any good ones for the diesel. Fuck. I haven't fully built this out yet, and I really should. I also need to flip those around. I'm not gonna stress this for the time being. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm going to undo all of that. We're not gonna send it to the diesel Herbert. I will do that later when I do the final mix of this song, and once I finish building, because I need to go build whatever Eric's gonna use for doing live stuff so he can switch. I still feel like these rhythm guitars are too loud. The bass guitar is probably a little bit in general loud. Which I don't hate. I like a good strong present bass for my track, but then I need to go take a look at the WLM meter and where are we at. Okay, we still have some headroom. I feel like the snare drum could use some more reverb, as well as just not sucking in general. We might revisit these drum samples a little bit because I'm not loving that snare drum as much as I thought I would. I want to get a feel for how that sounds. How much of this reverb is actually affecting the sound? Of course, I'm in like the worst spot to find out. Man, there's quite a lot of low end on that, isn't it? Do I have other, for this reverb? I got a flat. Oh, I haven't really built much of anything for this yet, have I? Oh man, there's so much I haven't done. So many things to do. Because there's definitely a mud build up here at 200, so I need to change this shit. Okay, so let's pull up the preset switch, which apparently I haven't messed with at all yet. Oh, gross. And I want to do program change, I think. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Lost signal for a second. That was fun. Okay, so let's grab this, and I have flat. If I look at this, it's pulling from this file lexicon flat. I have another one called cut low end. What does that pull up? Did I just not name it correctly inside of ProQ? Okay, I didn't name it in ProQ, which this is like almost where I want it to be, I think, for this. I wish this was more centered like here. And I don't remember how to do this, how to rename this. I think I have to go to out here. So let me do this. We need to come back into the array bank. I think I need to come back into effects.raybank. And we'll come up here, and I need to find. Oh no, it's not effects.raybank that I want. It's proq.raybank. This is where things get confusing. So proq. I need to find lexicon, cut low end. 2 is going to be remove 200 hertz. But that doesn't change the name of the preset inside of the plugin. How do I do that? Is there options? Rename? Do I have a rename? I know there's a way to do this. Save as. I think this is what I do. I think I come into the lexicon verb in the save as menu, and right here I can change it. This is. I gotta make sure I don't delete the FFP. Cut low end. And then this one is remove. What did I call it? Underscore remove 200 hertz. How did I spell that up here? Just double check it. ProQ Raybank, remove 200 hertz and cut low end. Okay. Oh, I did both lowercase. I don't think that's correct, but whatever. Time codes are in the drive folder. Okay, cool. I will get back to that then. Okay, so let's cancel that. And now if I come back and look in lexicon verb, now I have cut low end and I have remove low end. If I look at my presets switch, I should have to reload the file. So we'll load bass amps, we'll load ProQ back up, cut low end. Now my remove 200 hertz is there. 12 clips, holy hell. So now we can go to remove 200 hertz. Come on. Oh man, it's so tight. give me remove 200 hertz. There we go. Now we can go back into ProQ and we can resave this. We're gonna pull this 200 hertz. We're gonna widen that queue up so we're getting a lot of low end. And now I'm going to save as lexicon verb, remove 200 hertz, overwrite, yes. And now if I jump out, I should go back to flat. If I jump in, remove 200 with our nice wide band. Thank you. Very cool. Okay. Now we have our reverb with our 200 hertz removed. And it got super pissy with me. Since I'm here and almost done, if I unmute these, I think I still need to fix the way the plugins are routed in this. I think they're still in live mode. Yeah, because they're just coming in channel 1. Nope, nope. Okay, hold please. Wait, did something else come back channel 1? Nope. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get rid of all of that and then set this to, let's set it +3. I remember why that was like that. I do, but I can just do this. Oh, you know what? This needs to be there just in case I screwed something up elsewhere. We'll set this point value to 0 dB. This one's at 0 dB, and we need to see how loud this is. It's probably pretty loud. Oops, I soloed the wrong thing. Solo all the keyboards. I think it needs to be somewhere around there. So you know what, let's do this. We're gonna set this back to 0. I'm just gonna loop that part. Ah, man, and that panicked, so I need to send a note off there. Okay, so let's go back over to plugin tank. So let's see here. I think that sounds pretty good. That doesn't sound too terribly loud. I think we're pretty good there. So let's go ahead and clear that. Let's come back over to Reaper. I think we're good here. So now we just need to print this. This may not be like the 100% final perfect mix. I'll probably send this over to Eric and tell him to give it a listen and see what sounds like shit on the phone, because I'm sure there's going to be some weird thing. So let's hit the mastering return, make sure that it's seeing audio. And it is. So let's hit the record button. And then we'll wait for this to print out. I'll turn that down. This went better than I thought it was going to. I kind of thought mixing this was going to be a huge pain in the ass, but it's not so bad. Is this still working? Okay, this is still working. The Infinity! One thing I'm curious about, just to make sure. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Make sure that this fader is not affecting the record levels. And it's not. Okay. I didn't think it would. I just wanted to be sure. Oh man, I need a more powerful computer for this. Keyboards might be too loud in general, but I kind of like a keyboard heavy mix. "12 clips. Woof. I guess at least it's easy for me to find them and just mark in outs on, since you're gonna give me frames. Did you just give me like a notepad file or something? I guess I can take a look at that. Oh, I'm surprised that's actually still playing the guitar even though it's recording. If I hit... It's weird that the guitar's solo section feels like the gain is so wimpy. I'm gonna have to revisit that later. Because I'm not... Ah, damn it, the keyboard's lag there. They're being a pain. Also, those keyboards are probably a little bit loud. I'm not gonna stress the lag because I'll come reprint it later, but... Just because I'm sure that there's going to be some mixed stuff to fix. I'm almost certain of it. Oh, so mastering returns the one that I want to keep. And I want to rename it. What? Oh, those are all here because of what I'm working on right now. So I'm going to come over to music projects. Eric, audio finals. This is going to be Magna Centipede, and I fucked up. I did something really, really stupid. Shit. I should have done this from the top of the region. Delete all of those. I'm just gonna do a quick down and dirty stupid fix. We're just gonna drop in a marker and say print from here. And I'll get rid of that marker later. Okay, so let's pull that out of our session. We don't need it anymore. Save all the mixed stuff we just did. Let's go back to Premiere. I need to get rid of this. Let's go back to Premiere, and then I also need to go into the drive. Air guitar, time code. Okay, cool. Yep, we just have it as a file. So I'm just going to drag this up here so I can see it. And that makes life a lot easier. I'm so glad that we thought of that plan because it would have taken forever and a day to try and like print that out and move it and print it out and move it. That just would have really sucked. Easier to make you do work. 59, 5608. So I want 59, 5608. Why did that mark in? Should I put in markers here? I think I should. Yeah, let's drop in some markers. So we'll do marker, and we'll make this one, make it red, and we'll call this clip 1 in, clip 1 in. And then actually real quick, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my, did I set a, I should give a double check to all of these. You couldn't go frame by frame. Okay. Why couldn't you go frame by frame? Were you just editing on your phone? And it's probably easier for me to just like print them out and watch them and see what they're like after exporting. Cause with the way this program works, it's really like, it doesn't just like stop at the end of a selection. It can loop, but like, I don't know, kind of the way it works is a bit obnoxious. So did I just put it on numpad? I did. Okay. So now I want to go to 1. Why is that not updating? 1003205. I should just get Premiere on your computer so you can do this too. But like I said, you're probably not using a computer right now, so I guess that's doesn't really work the way I want it to. We'll call this clip 1 out. 1. If I could type clip 1 out. Make it blue. Oh, you have Premiere? Well, then why the fuck didn't you just put it into Premiere? Why were you using Media Player if you had Premiere? What the hell's wrong with you? You could have just dropped it into a 24 FPS timeline. And... dumbass. Okay, I may as well export these clips as we go. Now you're going to have to double check them because I don't want to. In Viscera 1, I'm going to go ahead and... oh, I need to change my my template to Insta Edits. I'm glad I remembered to save that. VBR2 pass with the 10 megabit per second. Although I guess it would make sense for me to find out what the optimum or the optimal settings are for Instagram. Because if I'm giving you high res MP4s and Instagram has to compress them down, I wonder if there's a way you can give it like the exact right file size that it won't compress down. So if you want to do some research on that, if you want to find out like what they want for audio bit rate, because I'm doing max like 320 kilobits per second as well as like 12 megabit per second video encode. If that's way too high for Instagram and they're recompressing it, it may make sense for us to figure out what Premiere's or what Instagram's preferred is and just export to that. Although it's kind of nice to have the high res ones too, because I think down the road I'm gonna have to start deleting source footage because it's gonna get too much for me to archive all of it eventually. Maybe. Let's see, how big is it? I should get this going. Export. 3,500 kilobits per second. Kilobits per second. Well, shit. That's what? 3.5 megabits per second. So I'm doing 4 times almost what I should be in terms of resolution. What do you think? Do you think it makes sense to encode it to that? Or do you think it makes sense to just say fuck it and let them recompress it? I guess for now I'll just kick them out and say who cares, but we'll need to make a decision about that someday. Okay, I'm gonna write done so that I know that it's done. Excuse me. We'll go check all of these in a minute. I'm going to kick some music on just because this is really boring to do if we don't have some music to keep us occupied. Okay, 3206. I can't do that. So we're just using the same out point. Well, no, that was at 3201. They can recompress. YouTube likely doesn't compress it that hard. And maybe someday shorts will be viable. Yeah, sounds good to me. It did that wrong. It marked out in the wrong spot. I'm gonna redo it just because that one frame is gonna bother me. So we're just gonna redo it. So just do Inviscera 1 over and re-export. Make sure it's got my Insta edits. I should have saved that before today. I don't know why I didn't, but it's good to have that done. So we can get all of this done, and I'll get all of Inviscera up in the drive, and you can let me know that it's all good to go. And then hopefully that gives us are you gonna do all of Inviscera in a row, or are you gonna like spread that out a bit? So red, and we'll call this clip 2 in. Then I want to go to 1. Probably spread out. Mix in the original. You just worry that if you go blast all original that no one's going to want to watch them all. 1. Oh, I should go ahead and mark my endpoint here. Mark in at 3206. And then we're going quite a ways out. All followers lost, yeah. So this needs to go 101. So we're doing a good chunk of time here, so I should 01 and then 20 seconds and 15 frames. So let's go ahead and mark that out. And just in case we need to do this later, that's why I'm dropping in the markers, because something tells me that we might have to make changes. Oh, no, I want clip 2 out. And I don't want to have to go hunt all of these time codes out again, so if I just have these in markers, it'll be a lot easier to find it. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I think that that's got a frame leader, so maybe I fucked up with the other one. And this is going to be in Viscera _2. Oh, I'm so dumb. Why didn't you tell me, Eric? I've got to turn the time code off when I render. And this is also why I set markers down, because now I can quickly mark my in and out and fix that, because I'm the dumb. Yeah, I think it makes sense to encode them at a higher rate, because I don't want to archive all the raw footage. Like just our last day's raw footage was 12.5 gigs. I mean, that's kind of up to you. If we want to archive the raw footage, though, I feel like we should get that off onto, because we're ending up at about, it's been pretty consistently 10 to 12 gigs of raw footage every single time we do this. So let's take a look at our time code, make sure we're in the right spot here. This should be clip 1 in at 59:56. Yeah. Mark in, next marker, mark out. Okay. You don't think it's important enough to keep stuff raw? Yeah, that's fair. You're probably not wrong. I mean, once we get the edits done, we're not really gonna have a whole lot of reason to go back and re-edit the raw footage again. Like, this stuff just doesn't have that much life to them, and since they're not in widescreen, they're not really useful anywhere else either. Which is kind of a bummer. I do think we should get a second camera going and start trying to capture in widescreen so that we have it. But if we start adding multiple camera angles, then we're talking about getting into like 4 cameras, which, you know, makes our raw footage size 4 times as much, so it gets a little gross a little quick. All right, next video. Let's mark this one as done. If I could type, done. 101:20 and 16 frames, so that's gonna be here, which unsurprisingly is like right after where the other one was. Make that red and say clip 3 in. Boom, and then let's mark in. And then where are we out here? We're out at 101:54:05. (101:54:05). So let's drop in our marker. And this is clip 3 out. I forgot to make it blue. Touch blue. Always blue. Always blue. Mark out. I hate the way you work. Next marker. Mark out. Turn the time code off. I gotta remember I'm 100% sure I'm gonna forget to mark the or to turn the time code off on one of these. 12 videos, what the fuck? I got like 25 minutes. Can I get them all done in 25 minutes? Done. I don't know why this isn't listening to me and doing the right thing, but okay. Turn our time code back on. Let's find the next video. It's at 101:54:06, which is just the next frame. Let's drop in the marker. Boom, boom, boom. Clip 4. In. And I forgot to set the color. Is it important? Probably not. Bum, 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 bum. Where the hell did it just go? It's doing weird things to me. Oh, okay, I see what it did. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Make sure I'm on the right endpoint here. As much as I hate this, it's still better than editing in Avid. Nothing is worse than editing in Avid. No, it's not that bad. I just don't love it so much. 102:44:18. There we go. Drop in a marker. In fairness, if I didn't have the Stream Deck for Premiere, it would be total shit too. Clip 4 out. It's like the only thing that makes this even like remotely worth working in. Turn the time code off. Someday here soon, I am going to need to upgrade my storage, I think. I wonder how we're still doing for storage. If I take a look at Whack Slobs Compy. Apparently autocomplete doesn't work like that. Boom, 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 boom. Does it tell me how much is used? No, of course it doesn't. Oh, I don't have offsite backup hooked up right now. I forgot it at the office. What am I looking at here? Oh, this is going to take forever to report. I'm just going to go look at it over on the actual computer because that'd make way more sense. This PC, let's see here. I still have almost 8 terabytes free. So I'm only using like 3 terabytes total so far. So I probably don't have a while. It's probably a while until I start like really running out of space, but still something to keep in mind, I guess. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I wish I could just tell it to default to this, and for some reason the dark mode thing's fucking with it. Okay, 102, so we have frame 19. Frame 19, drop in that marker. This is clip 5. Clip 5 in. Oops, forgot to change the color. Oh, looks like Turtle finished up. And he didn't come in to say hi. What a dick. Okay, and then we're ending at 103:18. Oh, I was so close. 18:11. 11 frames. God, I love that 24 FPS. It's so good. Mark out, add the marker. I wish it wasn't like $20,000 to get my stream to have 24 FPS for live music. Like it... I'm so willing to spend it, but I need to buy a house. I need to not... Ugh, it's so gross. Well, I mean, 12 of these videos, that gets us almost 2 weeks worth of 2 weeks worth of content just with Inviscera. At this point, we're gonna have like almost a month worth of content to drop, I think, which is kind of nice. Almost 4 weeks once Matt's done. Yeah, no kidding, right? Because we'll do a full band version of all of this. Okay, so let's mark this one as done. We're going forward with a frame. And doing it again. I need to turn on my time code. Should be 1812. So mark in, drop in a marker. And this is clip 6. I don't know why I haven't been doing that, because it's not important. I forgot to change the color, which is also very unimportant, but one of the things that's like super messing with me is in Reaper, if you scroll left and right, it moves left and right, and if you hold Alt, it zooms, and this is the opposite. Holding Alt zooms and just scrolling it moves it. It's really fucking with me. Like, it's so backwards for my brain that I fuck it up every single time. 104, 08, 19. Mark. Oh, oops. Undo that. Mark out. Drop in a marker. And this is clip 6 out. I was thinking about that. Like, as far as Instagram goes, it'd be really cool if we got the full band in here to film and did everybody's shots with vertical cameras. I was doing some cursory looking at like what it would take to be able to do that with like more cameras, and it's gonna be a huge pain in the dick from what I can tell. So I'm not excited about that. I was really hoping it could be something as simple as just like, an adapter or something, but there's really only tripod adapters to do it, and since I'm using mic stands instead of tripods, I mean, maybe I could find a way to get some type of mic clip to tripod and then tripod to vertical mount, but it's just, there's no good way to do it. But it would be really cool if we could do that for more cameras, like if we could film an entire video for Instagram like that. Like, I think that would be a good idea. It's just difficult. So it's 12 to 0819. Yep, 0819. That would be really cool. I'd be really excited to do it. And in normal circumstances, it wouldn't be hard. It's just the having to tear the studio down before we even can do it. You know what I mean? Like, we'd have to like change everything about the way my studio is rigged and then rebuild it afterwards. So if we're gonna do it, bring a couple change of clothes, because we're gonna film like an ass ton of videos. What the hell just happened? 104, 1708. So let's add a marker. No. I need to select my new clip here. Mark in, add a marker. And this is clip 7. And I forgot to change the color, which is unimportant, but for whatever reason, I'm gonna keep doing it. 104, 5909. Mark out, drop a marker, clip 7 out. How am I doing for time? I got like 20 minutes. We're gonna make it. God, that'd be a gnarly solo to learn. Inviscera 7. It's gonna be like almost 2 hours just for Inviscera. But at least I'm getting the hang of Premiere slowly. And I learned how to do proper vignetting. So, hey, I thought it didn't work. Let's turn the time code back on, make sure I'm at the right frame here. 04:59:09. Mark that done. 59:10, so we're just jumping ahead a frame. Let's mark in and add a marker. This is clip 8. And we're getting out of this one at 105:32. Oh, I was so close. 23 frames. 23 frames. Mark out, drop in my marker. Clip 8 out. Kill the time code. And now watch, I exported all of these with some settings stupid, and we're gonna have to redo all of them. Okay. Time code back on, that's 32:23. Oh, we're getting so close. So close. 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. So we need 33:02. So we're skipping like 2 frames here. 33:02. Mark in, drop that marker. Just forgot to color that marker. This is gonna be clip 9. Oh man, it's gonna get me every time. 106:06:18. Forward 18 frames. Mark out, drop in a marker. Did something weird, didn't it? Oh, was this like dropping it on the... Oh, no, I'm on a new clip. Okay. Ah, that sucks. Does that mean that this is like... Hold on. Is that just like right on the edge and it managed to drop the marker wrong? Yep. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the marker right here instead. So let's add a marker. So this is gonna be clip 9 in. And I should go and delete clip 9 in right here. Delete, there we go. Wait, did this not actually... Did I just like delete the wrong... Oh, it put it up there. Why the fuck did it put it up in the timeline? Delete that. Okay, so I got clip 9 in right there. I think. I don't know with this thing. No, it didn't. It totally did not do that correctly. Previous marker. Okay, now let's drop this. Boy, that's a weird system. I wish I could just use timelines, but I shouldn't. So we'll go ahead and delete that marker out and get back on the clip level. What the heck is it doing here? It's not, I apparently have to like scroll up and click out to be able to get to this one. Okay. If you say so, boss. So my last frame is right here, 18. Add marker. I'm gonna do all this and then not fuck anything up and not have to come back and edit anything. So all this markering is gonna be for nothing. But if I fuck up even one time code thing, it'll save me some headache. Time code's off. Rendering. Okay, next one starts 1 frame ahead. So we're just gonna get our time code on so I can see where I'm at. Drop in another marker. This is clip 10 in. We're so close. We're so close. And let's mark in. And where are we getting out at? We're getting out at 106.40, so I went way too far ahead. And 6 frames. Mark out, drop in a marker. This is clip 10 out. Outie. Clip 10 outie. Kill the time code, bounce this clip. And just like this, so much contents. All the contents. Export. Oh, I still have no idea which fucking screen to trust color-wise. I have no idea. But whatever. All right, 39.21. Interesting. So the next one jumps back a few frames so that we have some black coming in, I guess. That's kind of cool. I think that's a good idea. I agree with that idea. This is where I'm really glad I'm going to be dropping markers in. So mark in, add a marker. And this is going to be clip 11. Oh, wait, no, this is... Yeah, this is clip 11. And because I didn't mark clip 10 as done. Done. 40.06 was that one. So this one should end at... 39.21 should end at 107.39.04. 107... 39.04. So let's mark out, drop in a marker. Let's clip 11 out. If I did this right, we're getting real close to done. So let's kill our time code. Finish the process. Let me make sure our 8, 9, 10, there's 10. Hey look, a spam bot just added me on Snapchat. How much you want to bet they're going to try and sell me something? It's going to be some silly account of a girl who's like, check out my OnlyFans. I don't know why they have to randomly add me all the time. It's fucking annoying. Just ignore it. I guess I can't say anything. I used to do that with music stuff. Check out my band. Is it really any different? Except for theirs is more interesting. And considerably more profitable. You might see titties. Yeah, something tells me probably not. 107... 39.05. Plus the internet's awash in titties. I don't have to struggle to find that. 107.39.05. We're 1 frame after again. So mark in, drop a marker. Last one. Clip 12 in. And then our last out point is going to be at 1:08:09:05. And there's our last mark out. Boom, boom. And this is clip 12 out. All right, let's kill the time code and render our last clip of the day. Man, in Viscera I ended up with a lot. All right, exporting now. We'll put them in the drive and we will call this a day. I would say we got some progress done. And who knows, if I do this more often, maybe people will actually come and watch. I wonder how like incepted I could get, like if I were to, the start of next stream, I open up the VOD of this stream and edit that, and then like the start of the next stream I could edit the editing of the VOD, and then start of the next stream I could edit the edit of the edit. Yeah, it could get super meta super quick. So let's go to drive.google.com. I wonder how stupid I could make all of that. Eric guitar. We're probably gonna have to start cleaning these out of the drive eventually, which I kind of don't like, because I kind of like keeping them in the drive. So 2021 finals, all of the Inviscera stuff, all 12. And they are uploading, so feel free to take a watch, and if anything didn't quite hit the frames that you want, which with the way videos end and everything, the frame counts are fairly forgiving. I mean, you figure we probably have a wiggle room of 5 or 6 frames of at 24 FPS. We probably have a wiggle room of a couple frames of even not being correct, and it'll still look just fine. But I'm quickly getting to the edge of my drive capacity, which I guess I could pay the $3 a month or whatever the fuck it is to upgrade my drive capacity. That wouldn't be the how much does it cost? Let's look. $2 a month for 100 gigs. It may be worth doing that, I guess. I mean, it's only $10 a month for 2 terabytes. I think I already have that on fucking Dropbox. I think I already have like a terabyte worth of storage on here. I don't remember where it actually tells me. But you use Drive and not Dropbox, so we'll manage the data. It'll work. Hey, look, a whole bunch of you. Look at all that. Look at all that Eric. All day my stream is Eric. No wonder nobody's watching me. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you everyone so much for coming in and hanging out. It's been fun. I will be back tomorrow doing something. I'm either going to do music. I think I'll probably do a music stream tomorrow, but I'm going to try and get more consistent at this. Anyway, thank you all so much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.